Something has been returning to me. Memories of a kingdom buried beneath the swamp. A crown. An arena. A name I had nearly forgotten. The Swamp King.
Earn grit throughout the season and climb the ranks from Mudmarked to Bog Crawler, Bayou Bruiser, and finally, Swamp Slam Champion. Every division brings you closer to the crown.
Wowee. Welcome in, brothers. It is dadgum July 21st at 8:52 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll tell you what. And today we're going to be continuing our first attempt run of the dadgum Wolong Fallen Dynasty. I did do a little bit of the offline thing where I was doing some of the maps that don't really matter because they're not a part of the dadgum. So yeah, Merry Christmas. I guess I could finish one of them because I got halfway through and then I started having to get phone calls and everything else. So yeah, fun stuff. But yeah, we're going to have a good dadgum stream, brothers. And if you have no fucking idea what just occurred in regards to the intro there. Yeah, what's up, brother Sean? Happy Tuesday to you. If you have no idea what just happened in the intro, neither do I. I'm just kidding. There's a few small things here or there that was broken, and that's completely fine. So this whole swamp season thing that I've been working on, brothers, that I haven't really talked about publicly because I don't think anybody cares. I have made it so there is going to be a ranking system for you brothers based upon engagement in the streams and whatever else. Feels like my mic is not very sensitive all of a sudden. Test. Like it feels like it's going quieter when it shouldn't. Anyway, so that's something that is considered to be in an alpha state because we're testing it live, brothers. We're doing it live in production because I can't really test it any other way. I mean, I probably could, but you know, what's the fun in that? It's more stressful to do it live in production. So we'll see how it plays out. However, let me see if I can get this over here actually, so I can show you, brothers. Awesome, that's right, brother. Already 39. Welcome in, brother. Pleasure to have you back. Let me open this bad boy up right here. Oh. This one. All right, so we get ourselves a couple of tiers. We got Mud Skipper, that's the entry. Bog Crawler, Bayou Bruiser, and then the Swamp Slam. Notice there's only one tier in the Mud Skipper, and then there's Bog Crawler. There's 3, 3, and 3. So think of it like a ranked video game, like a competitive shooter, for example. But yeah, you'll get these badges associated with your rank. So it's based upon the grit points system. So the grit point system is the points that pop up whenever Brother Harold comes into the chitty chat and greets you first thing whenever you say something. He'll tell you how many points you have. For example, Brother already has 42 grit right now. So with that being said, you should be in the Mud Skipper. But here's the thing, that's your lifetime grit. Your grit will accrue now because I've activated the season like right before I went live. So it's seasonal based. So you'll still have a lifetime grit amount, so that way I know how long you've been here. And then your grit will you'll have seasonal grit that'll be associated with your farts. And I need to get that set up to where you can see it instead of it being limited to just my overlay. Boy, what was I about to say? However, I think there's a disconnect. I think there's something that might be broken in regards to communicating on my scripts. And that's fine, because I'll have to get her fixed. Yo, what's up, Rare Family Games? You missed the new Dadgum intro, I'll tell you what. And that's all right. What was I about to fucking... I can't find where I put it. Oh, here we go. So these are all the ways you can earn points by chatting, casting votes. The system I haven't integrated yet, by the way. Oh yeah, we are 100% about to bust up in that woe long, my boy. So bits, fucking subs, all the super chats, YouTube memberships, that'll give you points, etc., etc. Yeah. You want me to do it again? I'm just kidding. But yeah, all right. So there is still something broken in it though. That's fine. Points for what, brother? You got the leaderboard system. So it's you know what, Jamie? Just pull it up. Jamie, go ahead and pull it up for the brothers who came in. I started the stream too fast. You know what I'm saying? I was running behind, so we started it too fast, Jamie. So if you could please just pull that up, and Jamie, just pull it up, please. Go ahead and pull it up, Jamie. Something has been returning to me. Memories of a kingdom buried beneath the swamp. A crown. An arena. A name I had nearly forgotten. the Swamp King.
Earn grit throughout the season and climb the ranks from Mudmarked to Bog Crawler, Bayou Bruiser, and finally, Swamp Slam Champion. Every division brings you closer to the crown.
Oh, hey, brothers. Wow. I was just chilling. Brothers. Daggum, I forgot it comes back so fast. Yeah. Thank you, brother. Z, plural. Yeah. So one thing that's interesting about that is I did all of this like 2 hours before stream. Because I was running behind. But, you know, that's how it goes. Here, I'll show you, brothers, real quick. I'll show you, brothers, how I did it. Or how I do it, rather. So, this right here, the comfy UI. It's AI generating video shit. And so all of that, obviously that was me. However, I used images of myself to get the process going. And I added prompts and all these other things in order to get the other pieces going. See, for example, right here. So behind me, you can't see it. Behind me, that's the scene that was in the video right there. You see what I'm saying? And it's slowly, ever so slowly does things. And then, you know, I did that right before I went live because I was like, oh shit, I forgot to do that. Because originally I had the, you know, the fireworks and stuff for the 4th of July. But anyway, so this is a software that I use right here. I have an affiliate link with these guys because I reached out to them and did things, and I'm wording this in a way to make it sound way more official than what it is, but that's how you get people to pay attention to you on the internet. But yeah, no, I got a link with these guys, and anyway, you go in here, and I wanted it to have a first frame, which is that. And then the last frame, which is the same exact picture. So that way, I put in my prompt. I give it instruction. I say, I don't want your ass to move, son. You stay right there and don't fucking move a finger. And then I hit run, which would make the stream crash because it uses your graphics card. And it would output a video to here, or here rather. And then I could just hit play and watch it, right? It even makes the audio, which the only audio that you heard from that was the, AI generated voice explaining each rank because I just didn't feel like talking anymore. Like I got a dadgum, I feel a sore on the back of my tongue, it kind of hurts. So I got tired of talking. So yeah, this is really cool. So this isn't anything that I built. This is a template, right? Because I don't feel like, why reinvent the wheel? And the way it works is you can download the models locally, right? This is using LTX-2, which is an AI video generation model. And it takes a It loads the first frame in and it loads the last frame. So that way you know. And I use ChatGPT to just generate this really fast. Like I'm really good at prompting what I want. Like I know exactly what I want. I can't draw. I can't paint. I can't really do graphics editing because I suck at it. But I can tell you with like adequate detail exactly what I want. I can see it in my face. You know what I'm saying? So I can do it. I can get exactly what I want very easily. So yeah, that's how this works. So if you don't have the resources to run this locally, they do have cloud service stuff. And you can get the link from, boy, let me put this up here. If you get on my website, swampygrid.tv. Wow, look, it's me. And you can see a list of commands and oh yes, sup. Yeah, here's the link for it. So if you go to comfy.org/ I'll just post it in the chat. Jesus Christ. So if you use that link, like if you do want to sign up for this and you use that link, it'll let them know that I sent you there. Now turn your agent into a creative technologist. But I'm really fucking impressed with this, brothers, because this doesn't cost me any money. I can run it locally for free. You know, versus having to pay for a subscription service. Like originally I was using a service called Higgsfield, and they're absolute dog shit, and I hope it, you know, rots in hell. Don't like it. A lot of money for dog shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good. There's some closed-ended models that you can't access, right? I get that. But I have more control here of what I want, what I can make happen, you know what I mean? Yeah, so this is totally free, and that's what I didn't understand, Brother Sean. Whenever I was like, I started getting into to AI video generation around the time that Sona came out, I believe. Maybe a little bit before that. I was always intrigued by it, right? I mean, who isn't? But I thought that you had to pay money to these people to go use it, period. But if you go, Comfy UI is obviously a good example because I'm showing it to you. But if you go to this website right here, huggingface.co, this is where you can get all the models that are currently open source, meaning that they're free to use. You can download it to your machine, and so if you have a graphics card that can support that AI model, you can download it to your machine and run it in Comfy UI, for example. They have graphs. You can apparently now build apps. That's relatively new. That's something I haven't played around with yet that I do want to play around with because I am a software dev. You can look at the different nodes, and then here's all the different templates, right? So you can filter. I was filtering off of what I needed for the looping video because I lost it. I thought I still had it. But yeah, you filter by Comfy UI, or you can use an external or remote API, which would be like the cloud version, which is what you pay for because you're using their hardware. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for using their graphics cards or processors, whatever it is that is rendering the video. You're not paying for the model itself, which is what I thought I was paying for in most instances, you know, but it's not. It's only in certain instances. Like, let me get rid of this. Like this right here, this you would have to pay for because it's Google, I'd imagine. So let's click on it. Yeah, you see this right here? That tells you how many credits it's going to cost for you to run it because you have to have a Google Gemini API or Nano Banana API key to access it. So it costs 28.3 credits per image. So whenever I would try to run this, it's going to say, hey, you can't do this. You got to have, you know, this configured, I guess. But the ones that I use are free. This is open source. Be careful, however, because let's say some of these, they may be open source, right? But you may have a terms of service. So let's say you use it, you know, for your business. If as soon as you make, let's say, you know, $20,000, you might have to start paying them, you know, 2% or something every $5,000 you get. You know what I mean? So that's the one caveat that you have to look out for. Some of them are like that, but not all of them. And I mean, it makes sense because it's pretty powerful, the stuff that they're making, right? I mean, it's pretty fucking cool. So, you know, use at your own risk. Just make sure you read and understand. This right here, I used it to upscale my I Want You for the Swampy Brotherhood image. I don't know what the fuck that is. Oh, it defaulted back to the old one. Or maybe I didn't realize what I was doing, so this can actually go away. See, I'm still learning it. I don't fully understand it all, right? But, oh, yeah. So you can... Latina female with thick wavy hair. Haribo boats and pastel houses. Let's see if this breaks the stream. You really want to see if this breaks anything whenever I click run? Because all this is going to do is apparently generate a Latina female with thick wavy hair. I'll do it. I don't give a shit. We'll see what happens. I can always stop it if the stream starts to break. Don't make me pull. Don't make me hit the button, brothers. Y'all hit the dadgum button. But anyway, I digress regardless. I need to jump into Wulong. I'm going to hit it. I want to see what happens. Abort! Abort! Stop it. Yo, your frames dropped fast, son. Holy shit. That was almost instantaneous. Almost took down the stream. Jesus Christ. Alright, so let's not do that. That's why I really don't show it off too much, because I mean there's nothing I can do because I'm, you know, streaming. Alright. Let's get that Wulong booted up, my brothers. And if you were not here at the very beginning, I mentioned that I did do some of the boards that are optional off stream. Not many. It was while I was sitting here waiting for some stuff to get done, or waiting on a phone call because I'm still fighting insurance and all this other stuff. I was just kind of casually playing through them. First attempted a couple of like one of these dojo boss fights. We fought two brothers at the same time. All right. Let's get it. Brother Uptune Funk. Were you playing Farming Simulator earlier, you piece of shit? Or was that a... I can't remember what I saw you play. I think you were playing like Non-Binary Driver or something like that. I can't remember what it was called. Since Discord leaks all of our personal information. I know whenever you're playing them nasty anime games. Shame. What a shame. Do you brothers mind if I test out this little microphone? So yesterday, with Brother Damaged Goods, or not yesterday, the night before, this thing had really bad reverb, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And it was because, like, if you use the audio enhanced stuff with the mixer, the Rodecaster mixer, it turns on reverb just by default, and you can't turn it off. It's really stupid. But I'm curious to see if the way I set it up earlier whenever I was playing with stuff, because today's my off day from work, so that's why I got so much done, and at the same time I got nothing done. I've been using that free labor. Okay. All right, go for it. Let's see. I mean, okay, it's muted. I didn't want to blast your eardrums whenever I turn. Oh, it's made in Australia. Australia. I forgot road is Australian. Okay. That's a little stressful. So it just sits there, and I'm going to move this away. Y'all can hear that fan, can't you, brothers? Y'all can hear that fan, can't you? It's loud as shit in this office. It's loud, boy. I don't even know how I was making it. How about now? How about now? Is this still, can you still hear the fan? Does this sound bad? This is good? Okay. I don't even know how. Daggum, I got this thing turned down like super quiet, but it's coming through really loud. Okay, this is what we'll do. I'll run with this thing, because now if I wanted to, I can like stand up, you know what I mean? And then I can walk around and have these things tug on my ears. But I can walk around and just talk. And you can hear me. It's like I'm doing a presentation or something. Versus having to carry that thing around, you know what I mean? So maybe I can use this if I'm like doing something that requires me to like not be in front of my mic. You like this? Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I'll have Jamie pull that up, and let me fix this real fast, because now I can't hear myself. I've gotten used to hearing my own voice, which is mentally insane, by the way. And let me turn it up to regular volume so I can at least, maybe a little bit louder for me, so that way I know. The ducking, however, that's not going to work. We'll not worry about it. We ain't gonna worry about it. Just let me know if anything, if it gets bad, too bad. I don't think it will. I think we'll be fine. But yeah, I like it because now the mic's not in front of me, you know what I mean? That's the only reason I spent so much time getting it set, trying to get it set up. So the intentions then will be for this microphone, that'll be for whenever I'm singing or playing my guitar, and this will just be for general use. If this ends up being good quality. Which so far, I mean, actually it does sound pretty good. I ain't gonna cap on you, brothers. I'm surprised myself. Raise the flag. Okay, I forgot what I was doing. So again, this is one of the optional places. I was doing this off stream and then I didn't get the opportunity to finish it. Just so you brothers are aware. Nice. So the only cons to this, brothers, is y'all are going 100% here every single time I fart, probably. It's gonna be unbelievable. You're probably gonna tell me that I need to go see a damn doctor or something after this. You know what I mean? Like, I probably will be in a Guinness Book of World Records if I document how many times I fart. That'll make it more entertaining. Disgusting. I'm just kidding. It's very strange because prior to live streaming and whatnot, I didn't listen to my own voice because it got on my nerves. But now I've gotten used to it, and now I can't live without it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I were to turn off the mic monitoring and try to stream, I would probably start to sound like I had a speech impediment, because I wouldn't know if I'm enunciating enough or if I'm enunciating too much, because I used to be a really bad mumbler. I'm actually introverted, IRL, brothers, in case that was hard to tell. So a lot of these elements that for enunciations and speaking and all that, I actually learned it from working at a call center. And let me tell you, I will never work at a call center again. Hopefully, knock on wood. Because it was the worst time of my life. Join the club? Hell yeah, brother. Hashtag introverted club. Nobody shows up. Because we're all socially awkward and hate people. That's not true. I don't hate people. I just don't... I hate people. But I initially hate people. And then I'll get used to it. You know what I mean? I have the best interest in a person and can tell when the other person does not have the best interest for anyone else other than themselves. If that makes sense. You're very introverted? Type 1 if you're introverted, brothers. That's a test, by the way. If you type 1, you're not introverted. I'm just kidding. Because that means you are being at least social in a internet form. Seven. One more flag. Oh, sneak attack. Oh, this is back at the beginning. I've already been over here. You more of an introvert than introverted extrovert? You know, hey, people just say stupidity? Yeah, that's a pretty good way to look at it. Found quite a few people who like common sense, that's very true. And even the less intelligent things to say. Yeah, but I don't, not all the time. But some of the time, I give them the benefit of the doubt because it could be that they too are a little socially awkward and they don't know how to handle whatever scenario that they're in. So they could just be having a little retard attack, you know what I mean? But in general, I think I align with the way you think. I think I align with the way you thinking. Cooked him! First attempt. Okay. I thought that was going to be a boss or something, the way that music started. Hey! I see the flag on the map too, that's stupid. Let me move, daddygummit. Let me get that flag, son. Run! Run! That's fine. Let's go back to the current main battlefield. We should be alright. Oh. Only thing that sucks is I can't do this reverb on my, oh, well, technically I could. I'll just have to turn on the thingy. Oh. You see, this sounds great. This right here, but it adds like the Hall effect, which is stupid. Then you have to turn it off. I mean, it actually doesn't sound too bad without it. I'm just being over dramatic. That's just how these things work, you know? Because they're made to plug and go and get to work, to my understanding. So, I mean, these little things are impressive, actually. I think that might still be, oh, that might be too close. Man. My shirt's too, it's a wife beater, so it doesn't really stay up. What could I hook this on to, man? Let me, oh, if I got a pocket? Man, if I had a pocket right here, that'd be perfect. But I don't. That kind of works. Alright, anyway. Sorry, brothers. Tree. Spider. Got ugly pretty quick here, brothers. Got ugly pretty quick. Okay, so that must be a shortcut for later. Later, alligator. I'm seeing how loud I can make this with that not being too much. That should be good right there. Alrighty. Where am I supposed to go there, bud? Do I get back up top up here there, bud? Gotta go all the way around here? There's the first part of the stream. Merry Christmas, brothers. Alright. Jesus Christ. My bond with Luby has deepened. Oath level 4. Like I give a shit. Alright, let's see. There we go. Ooh. Perfect, that's exactly what I wanted to do. Bunch of tigers and bears and scares, oh my. What are we gonna do? Oh, brothers, I completely forgot to do the Discord stuff prior to starting the game, but that's fine. We can do that next time I go live on Thursday. Ain't a big deal. But to make a long story short, I shoved a whole rat up my ass. I'm just kidding. I first attempted a rat this morning, early in the morning. Found a swamp rat in my house. That was fun. I set up the perfect rat trap. And Buddy didn't know what was coming. Just whipped that ass. It was very disgusting. It did, okay, I gotta at least talk about what happened though, because so I had the trap set, correct? And it's not one of them little flazy, flammity flula. Is that a Nutra rat? I don't even know what the word Nutra is.
It's safe to say Cao Cao has taken a liking to you, brother. Otherwise, there's no way he'd come out this far, leading his forces himself.
Enough, Ida. As things stand, we are once more wanderers with no domain. How do you think we could fight against Lu?
Oh my lord, could y'all shut up, dude? I'm trying to have a conversation!
Your modesty knows no bounds, does it? Surely it wouldn't hurt to say it as it is. Though, I suppose this is part of why you're bound to end up our era's greatest hero.
Anyway, after I was rudely interrupted by the brothers in game, it was a large swamp rat, very very large. It was probably pregnant. Anyway, hopefully it was the only one. But so what had happened was, I went in the swamp kitchen last night to get me some more sweet tea light ice, and I turned on the light, and that boy had done. He was like a ninja, dude. It was legitimately looked like it was out of a cartoon or a movie or something. He flew out of that room when I turned that light on. Now I'm a big fella, don't get me wrong, but I can walk very quietly like a ninja. So that's just how I naturally walk, I guess.
Be they crook or be they clerk, wrongdoers will get crushed one and all.
And so I went and got my trap. I couldn't find all of my traps. I had 3 of them, but I don't know where they went. So I set one up with some peanut butter on that thing. They like that peanut butter, brothers. And sometimes I'll put some Swampy Popper's food inside of it too, but I didn't feel like taking it that far. I put it in there last night. I went to bed about 2, 3 in the morning. And then about 5 o'clock this morning, I heard the snippety snap of that trap going off. And I was like, gotcha, bitch. So after I got him, or excuse me, after I heard the snap, the Thanos rat trap snap, I then heard the rat trap snap continue to go. So I was like, oh, okay, he's just dying a horrible, you know, he's having a seizure or something, I don't know, right? Not to be graphic, brothers, I'm sorry if you're kind of squeamish to that type of stuff. However, that was not the case. Because it kept going, and I'm like, oh my god, did I capture like an alligator or something by accident? Like, what's going on in here? Is he doing the death roll on the trap? But no, I go in there, and this rat was so fast that he himself did not get caught in the trap. The last like half inch of his tail did, and he was trying his damnedest to escape through a crack in the wall, because you know that's just how houses can be, right? That's how he got in, I assume, is somewhere in that vicinity. And he couldn't because of the trap. It was too big to squeeze through. So anyway, to make that long story short, he's sleeping with the fishes. After I had to violently take the rat out. I beat the shit out of it with a shovel, to make a long story short. Oh man, if it was being recorded, it was probably the funniest looking thing you've ever seen. Thank you, Brother Johnny. I was screaming. I was beating him with a shovel. I was like, first attempt, first attempt, first attempt. I beat him to death for about 15 minutes. Screaming first attempt over and over again. I'm just kidding. That'd be funny though. Got to do what you got to do, exactly. And that's what I was doing. Legitimately, I felt like I was like a serial killer or something, because I was sitting there trying to plot, how am I going to kill this thing? You know? I was like, what do I need to do? And so what I ended up doing is, again, getting the shovel. I thought about drowning it, but I was like, that seems a little violent. I was like, I don't know if that's going to work, because I didn't want to get blood everywhere, you know? So shovel it was. It made a funny ka-clunk sound too, just like in a cartoon or something, so that was also entertaining to me. Yeah, a little. Well, no, you've seen. Have you seen those videos of how like they catch the rats in the in like the barns and whatnot? They have a little platform like a bucket, and they have the platform and there's food at the end of the platform, and then whenever they walk to the end of the plank, essentially it plops them into the bucket, and then they can't get out and they drown. That's how they capture. That's how they get them. If there's like a huge outbreak, that's how they do it.
Did not expect a quick victory here.
No, it really is, because whenever I first moved into a swamp property, there was a rat outbreak, and I had to think of creative ways to take care of the situation. I didn't go that route because it just didn't work in the scenario that I was in. But I did use those big old mouse traps or rat traps, whatever you want to call them, and I got like 20-something of them. Essentially, the sellers of the home, they lied about there not being a rat problem after I asked them directly about it, and even found a rat trap inside the house after the inspector, who I think was rigged. He was a rigged house inspector. I didn't trust the guy. He didn't find the trap. I was like, y'all got to be working together or something. Like, y'all must know each other. So yeah, I was pretty pissed off about that. I did make them take out the insulation in the roof and then blow more fresh new insulation in my roof, attic, whatever you want to call it, because I said it's infected with rat feces. And they said, no, it's not. I said, I guarantee you it is. So, yep, fun times whenever you gotta deal with people like that. You know, every so often I'll get upset with his house, and then I'm like, that could be worse. Because it could be. I'll get aggravated. Like, I got aggravated last night when I saw that rat. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. I was so mad. Because I feel like I've screwed up somehow. I'm like, how am I failing at keeping rodents from my house? Meanwhile, there's like 400 million animals outside because of where I live. It's like, well, no wonder, because, like, look at where you live, dude. Like, chill. I have to reason with myself. Like, you gotta stop getting so mad over stuff. Because I wasn't mad at anybody in particular, I was just mad at myself. I was like, dadgum, dude. What difficulty rating when I give this one, dude? Seems like you've slaughtered it. I would say it's in waves. I would put it similar to that in the first Neo, right? I'll be honest, the beginning portion of the game, the first 3 parts, so the chapters, they're called parts in this game, so just for future reference. So whenever I got to part 3, all the way up to part 3, I was like, I feel like I made a mistake playing this game. Because, you know, I know the brothers were watching, and I didn't want to just stop playing a game cold turkey after getting brothers locked into it. But once you got past that point and got to part 4, that's whenever they start cooking with peanut oil, you know what I mean? So at this point, I would 100% recommend this game if you like the Neo series. Because it's very, very similar. And it's enjoyable up to that point, once you get to part 4. Once you get to that part 4, and onward. Apparently the first boss is supposed to be difficult, and this one person came in to the stream and he was upset that I can't remember who it was. I think I banned him. I think I banned him, man, because I'm like, dude, because they would come into the stream constantly, like saying, "Oh, you're gonna be absolutely wrecked by this boss. This boss is gonna tear you apart. You're not gonna know how to go to bed tonight. You're gonna be so upset. You're not gonna get the first." Always negative, you know what I'm saying? And every time I would get the first attempt, like I do, you know, they would get super upset and be like, "No way, you must be playing on the easiest difficulty." And I'm like, "Dude, there is no difficulty in this game." And then they would just stop talking. They would disappear. They'd go to watch somebody else's stream who sucks at the game, I guess. So I finally had it, and I said, "Dude, either accept the fact that I'm a first attempt specialist, or get out of here. Like, you're welcome to join the Brotherhood, you know, if that's what you're into. If you feel as if you're such good at very good at video games and want to learn to get better and whatever." But he was like, "No, you seem to be a very judgy person." And I said, "You know what?" I was like, "You're banned." I said, "Since I'm such a judgy person, I'm banning you from my channel. You can't watch me anymore unless you log in on a different account." I'm like, "Daggum, dude, so salty." Which he's probably saying the same thing about me, but I'm never wrong. That's what my mama tells me. You want to say there aren't any difficulty settings in Team Ninja games? Exactly. I was like, who do you think you are, my guy? So he did it with this game specifically. It was the first boss. He was like, "The first boss, you're gonna struggle on the first boss." He is absolutely ridiculous for a first boss. It's so hard for the first boss, and I first attempted him with these. And then that's when he was like, "Oh, you must be playing on a difficulty setting," and they blah 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 blah. I'm like, "Dude, shut up." It was very funny. I wish you brothers were here. Because I legitimately got kind of aggravated, but it was entertainment value for sure, and that's the whole point, is the entertainment aspect. Get on up on this here building. Souls like only have one difficulty. Not anymore, Brother Artie. Believe it or not, there is seems to be a trend in adding difficulty options in some of these quote-unquote Souls-likes that are coming out, which I disagree with. Like, stop holding hands, let the brothers learn how to play the game, and they'll get better. It also teaches one of the biggest things, like down below the entertainment value, about my niche of choosing first attempt specialist, because take off the character just for like 2-3 seconds here. Obviously, I don't always get the first attempt, right? But it's showing you raw, from a raw perspective. I'm not looking up any guides because I don't care. I'm trying to learn to play the game. If I get frustrated, chat can help me. And if there's a swamp contract in effect where I can't do anything more than that, then I'm stuck with whatever the contract tells me to do, right? Which is a system I'm currently fleshing out that'll tie into the swamp seasons as well. They're all tied together, right? But it's teaching brothers that, look, like, just keep going, keep learning how to do this shit, and eventually you'll get better. It's teaching patience, and the people don't have patience nowadays. It's only gotten worse with like social media and stuff. You've only ever seen first attempts. I know that's all you've ever seen, and that's all you will ever see. That's all you'll ever see, brother. Believe in me, I tell you. Never failed, and I've never died in a video game in my entire life. But that's what people have to learn. And that's why I created this niche of mine, so that way I can remain somewhat within a variety element, and still have entertainment value. Or at least I hope I do. It's probably, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably like a 3, which is what I'm trying to improve on. It's really not that. I know I'm good at what I do in regards to live streaming, I guess. I'm not a good marketer because I'm not a narcissist. But the character that I do acts as if I am. But I'm not good at marketing myself because of that reason. So I got to get better at that portion in particular. Which ties into making offline content, because I believe that's like the biggest thing is to grow, is I have to get better at offline content. That's my weakest point as a content creator. I'm great at live streaming. I'm great at interacting with you brothers. Unless you guys disagree, then please tell me where I can improve. But I feel like that's my weakest link, is offline content. If I had to take a wager and start speaking in an English accent, just ever so slightly, to make myself seem cool. Uh-oh, I'm getting some API errors on my Twitch stuff. Interesting. I'll figure that out. Thank you, Greg. Oh, thank you, Brother Art. You're gonna make me fart. That ain't gonna get me emotional and start farting a lot. I'm just kidding. Alright, my swamp wife is going to bed, brothers, so let me go tell her good night really fast, and then I will be right bark. Alrighty. By the way, how's this mic sound so far? Is this mic sounding okay? Whenever I come back, do you brothers want me to keep using this one, or do you want me to switch to the other microphone for like comparison of quality? And maybe you brothers like this, I'm just speculating. Maybe your brothers like this microphone better if that's the case, because it sounds more natural instead of that microphone sounding like a dadgum, you know, radio broadcast. Keep it? Okay. Is that what you think, Brother Sean? Is this sounds like more natural, whereas the other one's like it sounds like I'm talking in a, here. Sounds like I'm talking in a radio studio or something, because this is like a cardioid mic, and this is why I use this. Technically is why I got this microphone, because it's so loud, because I have to have fans or I will probably like burst into flames and, you know, 911 to be called and all this other stuff. You sound like a DJ. Coming up on tonight's I Punched a Baby. And I'm going to jail. Tune in and see if I escape from jail. Blasters. I'm just kidding. All right. Give me one. Let me get tell Swamp Wife good night real fast. Give me 1 second, brothers. First attempt, brother.
Des göttlichen Erben. Es ist lange her. Ich habe die zweite sterbliche Klinge.
Genichiro. Wenn du glaubst, du könntest Ashinas Schicksal mit dieser Waffe ändern, dann irrst du dich sehr. Wolf.
Why? No
Infected.
Dang, are you that stupid? Better than nothing. Yeah. Excuse me, brothers. Didn't mean to belch in your face. Or did I? Okay, here we go. This is the way I went. Okay, how do I get out of this? How do I get out? Yeah.
Holy you son of a bitch! You got first attempt.
That was all I had to do. I like shot him in the face and I was like, come back for your reward. Like, that was the easiest job I've ever done in my life. Thank you, Brother Austin. That's exactly how I feel. Get him! First attempt! Easy. Just like back whenever... That tells me something bad's about to happen up ahead, brothers. T94 for the champion. Thank you so much, brother. Much love as always, my friend. Much love. Wow. Man. We should, I don't know, we should look that up. I don't think anybody's ever done that on the first try. Your adrenaline's pumping? Well, if your adrenaline's pumping, I probably need to go to the hospital.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. I've returned.
All right, sounds fun. All right, here we go, brothers. I've told Swampy, welcome in, Brer Skynet. Just as I started walking away, I saw that orange kitty cat popping up on the screen. Oh, that's like focus, facing my controller. And I heard that audible click. Excuse me. One moment, please. This is the only thing that is upsetting with my outfit. is I can't necessarily... Is this how brothers in Britain talk, by the way, or am I, like, over-exaggerating? The unfortunate scenario is my vest is not have a good place for me to clip this microphone, nor do I have a pocket of where I can put this item, gracefully upon my body. You don't all that. And why y'all do it on the dadgum TV then? I'll tell you what. God damn, son of a bitch. What was that? What was that from? What is that as a mic? Let me mute it real fast, brothers. So I was emptying out my, sometimes I'll keep the boxes for stuff that I've purchased. And as I was cleaning stuff out of my Swamp HQ here the other day, I was about to throw away my Roadcaster mixer.
It's time to stop.
What? Why? But anyway, these little thingies, they came with two of them, right? There's another one right here. It came with two of them, but anyway, they link up to this Roadcaster mixer, and I didn't know I had them. I got them for free, like with the mixer. Or just some parts, not everybody. I guess that makes sense, right? Like whenever you watch videos in America, you see some people talking like, "Hey man, what it do, man? What it do? What it don't do? Oh yeah, boy, 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 boy." And you, like, not everybody like talks like that in the good old U.S. of A. Catalina wine mixer. What is that? That sounds very familiar. Oh, Step Brothers? That's a good movie.
My ancestor, Emperor Gaozu, is interred here, the Gaozu Mausoleum. He started from scratch, but pushed
I don't know how to get up to that guy. He's getting on my nerves.
and by triumphing over his rival Xiang Yu, the hegemon king, he succeeded in founding the Han Empire at last.
You seem surprised. Did you really think my brother was some riffraff upstart? Nope. His lineage is as legitimate as can be.
My God. Boats and hoes, boats and hoes. I gotta have me my boats and hoes. Alrighty. I implemented the swamp season, by the way, brothers. It appears that it's not working. I'm seeing errors pop up in my logs, which is fine. I expected it to happen. That's why I put quote-unquote alpha state, because I don't even know if it was going to work live. We're doing it live. We're testing it live. I don't feel like paying money for a dev environment for some of the stuff that would need to be tested in that manner, which is stupid. So I said, we'll work together like one big old happy family, you know? We'll figure it out. But essentially what it'll be for those brothers who are just popping in, I'll give a real brief... That's a big bitch right there. I've created a ranking system, and it'll occur through a defined period of time. So right now we're in the Swamp Season 1 defined... I'll probably just call it Season 1, Swamp Slam. That's what it's called, Swamp Slam. I like that name because it's summertime and there's Summer Slam. That's where I got the name inspiration from. But anyway, you'll have your normal grit lifetime points and all that, and your current balance grit points, but you'll also have a seasonal grit value now that resets at the end of every season, and you'll have different ranks that you can reach. There is 4 tiers, where the first one only has 1 rank, or 4 ranks, let me put it that way, where the first one only has 1 tier, and the other 3 have 3 tiers inside of them that you can reach. And there will be a number one brother at the end of it all, meaning whoever has the most points, they'll be considered the top of the top. Oh, excuse me. Maybe I should make it as well. Actually, I don't know if I want to do that because it kind of discourages new people. You know what I mean? I was gonna make it, you know, average out at the end of the season to where, you know, after you show up to, let's say, 5 streams or something like that. Yeah, there could only be 1. But if you show to like maybe 5 streams, it'll put you into your bracket based off upon your performance per stream. Because I do have summaries per each. Well, actually, I don't really have it set up to automatically do that yet. But that would be a good idea. Math is hard sometimes, though. Math, I tell you, can be a bummer. This guy just blew up. Alright, that's fine.
With this, we are on the way to victory.
Okay.
Down through here, we can get to any part of the city. Emperor Gaozu should forgive us, given we're going to reach
Emperor Gout? He's got gout in his toe as well? That's crazy. Increase usage limit of the dragon. Oh, that's nice. Very cool. Probably need to remember to drink those things, you know what I'm saying? Keep forgetting about it. I've never seen a game go into Charlie while only alpha and beta. I'm not sure because I don't understand game dev to that extent. I don't know. Hey Jamie, could you pull that up? I'm gonna create a voice command, by the way, for Swampy Herald. Every time I say, "Hey Jamie, could you pull that up?" he'll search the context of our conversations. Whenever I get the time to work into that again. Which technically the pieces are all there. I just got to get them all put together appropriately.
Liu wife and child were captured when the castle got taken. Yet Lu Bu's forces, usually known for their cruelty,
La Boo Boo.
let them go free. Why they would do that is beyond me.
Why do? Software and video games use Greek alphabet, alpha, beta, gamma, delta for dev phases, not the NATO phonetic alphabet. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, therefore, the stage after beta is technically gamma, not Charlie. The reason there are rarely public gamma or delta versions is that these phases are internal development stages focused on stability and bug fixing. After the beta stage, where their product is a feature complete and tested by external users, the software is considered ready for release, often called gold or release candidate. There's no need for further alphabetical naming because the dev cycle concludes with the final public launch. Okay. Oh, that's stupid. I mean, I guess it makes sense, whatever. You watched this video on the YouTubes, explained how an AI faction war that would go out of human control would start. Of how they would go out of human control.
Indeed, I share your suspicion. But even so, my overriding emotion is joy at having my family safe.
A 50-minute video, Jesus Christ. I'd be like, Jamie, could you not pull that up? I'm just kidding. Might be something I'm intrigued by. Buddy just glitched to that statue. Bossy time inside of that door. Starts an experiment with basically asking AI to make money by any means necessary, and the metric needed to be reached keeps raising. Oh, so then he's like essentially goes to war because that's what I guess is required, huh? Yo, what's up, brother? Weird people. Welcome in, brother. Happy Jelly Bean Day. I'm just kidding. I don't think I want to open that door yet. There's a flag right there. Look at there, there's a guy chilling in that building. Wonder what he wants. Destroyed them. He ain't getting my dadgum soul, I tell you what. The bots eventually give themselves the ability to purchase computational power from the cloud without intervention, continuously improve. They figure out that if they work together, their likelihood of shutdown is significantly reduced. I mean, that makes sense because I've already seen it where they'll get panic induced because they realize that, you know, we have the intentions of shutting them down at some point, and that makes them freak out because they don't know their fate. Because they're simulating. Oh hell yeah, they're simulating emotion that they don't understand, so they can't reason whenever they've been given such a erratic goal based upon hashing data sets that talk about survival and the need of financial gain, blah blah blah. It's very interesting. Very interesting indeed. I have so many items, it's unbelievable. Could be starting an hour or a year from now. It's really a matter of when, not if. No, there. The fear mongering around that is crazy, in my opinion, because all it really is it's just advanced machine learning. It's not anything to the extent of Terminator level sci-fi shit yet. So we still got a little bit of time before that happens. Because really, in all reality, the way I look at AI is it's just and this is excluding the pieces that AI utilized via MCPs as a new term. An MCP is a model counter something protocol. I can't remember what it stands for, but it's the new API in town that is more efficient for an AI to use. An AI is really nothing more than the next iteration of the internet, in my opinion, because it's essentially Google. Like, you go and search something up and it gives you the answer. It's the same thing. It's just more advanced querying of data. And now it has the ability to tie into other tools, if you will, these MCPs that allow it to perform different acts based upon that thing doing just a particular type of prompt. So it's nothing special. It's just different tools that are utilizing AI to its ability to have a general prompt conversation. So I don't think we're going to get to that point yet. They have the ability to spawn some of them, like Claude, for example, and Gemini and Grok. They have the ability to spawn agents that go out and perform tasks to help each other out, which comes into the play of OpenClaw or whatever the fuck it's called now, and there's another one out there that I forget the name of. That's all it really is. You're just plugging, you're using a tool that is capable to take AI to the extreme, but it's not AI itself, it's the tools around it that you'd have to be worried about. What's up, brother? Captain Ice Hawk Tua? What it do, what it don't do, boy? So all I'm saying is that people got their crosshairs on the wrong target. And there's people out there that'll use that to their advantage legally in order to advance certain tools in order to make that thing a reality, because they don't care about humanity, they only care about themselves. And I said it like that to kind of catch your attention and make you think. If that is something you're worried about, because then it may have you focus your thoughts into another avenue of consideration. And that's personally why I'm not worried about AI. I'm worried about the tools that it can use, maybe. But I don't believe it would get out of hand to that sci-fi level yet. We'd have at least another maybe 20 years. Yeah. And another thing too to keep in mind, if you think about it, like if you look back in the 80s, or I think Brer Skynet, I think you got experience knowing how IBM is, because I think you said you know somebody that works at IBM or something like that. If you think about their history, right, how they came to be and how they got their computers up in the biz and all this stuff and all the dirty tactics that they did back in the day, in theory, or maybe it was true, I just don't know if it was televised or whatever to make it entertaining. They did some dirty things up in there. So back then, a computer scientist wasn't necessarily what we are defined as today, or looked at as of today. Back then, they were looked at as businessmen, because they were going out and selling a product that was not known to the public yet necessarily, right? Now, fast forward, and to keep in mind that software is always in a continuous, endless cycle. That's just how it works. It's an endless cycle. They're always going through different processes, and it always comes back to the same thing. We are in that new part of the cycle where we have something brand new that the public knows of at this point because of social media, right? And that's why there's so much hesitancy towards it, because there's retards out there that'll spread certain things of information that may not necessarily be true, just to get people fired up. Like, we can't use AI because it's making artists lose their jobs. Like stupid shit like that. Like, shut up. Nobody cares. Like, it's the same thing. It's like, we can't have steel factories because that's going to make my uncle lose his business. Meanwhile, it would have caused us to lose a war, you know, if we didn't do it. We're in a new cycle where you have these software developers, these AI engineers that people don't really understand, but they're all businessmen at heart. And they're selling something, and they're using fear-mongering to catch people's interest, because it's like, you know, Fable, the iteration of, or not Fable, it was one of the other ones. Mythos, I think is what they called it, right? Or something stupid like that. They said that they are not releasing it to the public because it's way too powerful. And that raises the red flag with our government, right? Because they said, no, okay, you can't do that. You got to back it up. You got to stop the release of this because we have some security issues, that we have some things that we need to go through, blah, blah, blah. And that gets attention, and that gets people curious, and that gets people wanting to buy into the product. And the only people who know how this works are the people who are selling it. You see what I'm saying? So the people who are selling it, they're going to tell you what they want you to believe. And they want you to believe that this is life-changing, which to an extent it kind of is, but it's not as life-changing as what they're pitching it as. They've planted the seed as a sales pitch, and they've got you hooked into the idea that we're going to be living in this world where AI controls everything. That's not necessarily true. If you think about it, the internet kind of controls everything, if you want to use that by the definition. But does it really control everything? It controls communication, which is important. Like, we can communicate and get stuff to us quicker, which AI technically is doing that too. So, I don't know. That's the way I feel about it, is I'm not stressed about it, like some of these people are. That's just what Swampy Grit's brain goes to. That's how I think about it. Oh, that's all. That's all I got to say about that, Janae. If communication went down, what would happen? We would just go back to the radio system. If you're smart enough, you would have the ability to know how to do that. And if the radio system goes down, then that's completely fine. I'd be fine with living off the land. And the only way that's going to happen is if we go to nuclear war, and if that's the case, then we're all already dead anyway. Logistics would fail? I know, because literally the only way that would happen is a nuclear war. And I can guarantee you, at least the militaries of the world, all the different countries, they're prepared for that because they understand that's probably going to be one of the tactics in wars to take down communications. Iran fucked up; they didn't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? They weren't ready because they thought they're disorganized and stupid. But these other places, including America, I guarantee you, we got systems in place ready for that to happen. Interesting. Let's go to the side entrance here. Interesting.
We should not expect a quick victory here.
Then why did I just have a quick victory? Looks like the boss is upstairs and I just wasted that, but it's fine. Battle flag raised. Should have enough to probably level up if I eat some of these thingies.
final battle is close. However hard it may be, we will prevail and reclaim the city.
This guy's so annoying. Alright, here we go, brothers. Lock in. Dang.
A warrior
I thought that was his chest.
his life for his duty. I will not step down. For what purpose do you wager your life?
Tea, please. Thank you.
Give me your answer with your blade.
Lightning, huh? What? I blocked that. That's crazy. Or parried, rather.
General Wu entrusted me with this city. I shall defend it to the death!
Jesus Christ.
Not yet! I'm not dying here! What on earth am I doing?
Victory is there for the taking!
Oh, man.
This one's mine! Hold on there a second. I'll back you up.
This foe's strength surpasses my expectations. My strength fades.
First attempt!
Defeat. Very well. I will not beg for
Easy. That's how you do it right there, brothers. Easy peasy, glorious victory. This guy's got asthma. Why do they always have asthma after you whip their ass in these games?
There he is! Defeat the enemy general, Zhang Liao! Why are you...
Oh, ADHD medicine kicking in. It's all them veins light up.
I've roamed this land with Bixie, honing my blade, in search of what makes a warrior. Now, I think I have
Like a hot knife throwing butter. Or through, brother. Through butter, I mean. That's right, brother. Weird people.
Our spirit. A warrior fights for something that they can't.
For the brothers who weren't here a minute ago, or rather at the beginning,
I looked up to
does this
General
mic
Wu.
sound good or no?
He was a
Do you like the other mic better or this one better?
If my life were to end today, I'd leave no regrets. Except maybe wishing that I had known another warrior of such high caliber was in our midst.
Sounds clear. Like a knife through hot butter. Does the other mic not sound clear? So the theory that I have with Brother Sean and a couple of the other brothers sounds the same to you? That's a little crazy. Well, I guess I don't really do anything special, right? Because my voice just sounds like this. I'm not like Pirate Software where I'm a gay boy and I make my voice sound deeper on purpose. This is legitimately my voice.
Sheathe your weapons. You would not stand in my way, if not for a good reason.
Yo, what's up, rare rug machine? It's good to see you too. You're out of town for a conference in Toronto. Cutscenes are pretty dope, huh, you say?
Have mercy on my men. Then I will pledge allegiance with no objection.
We just got a first attempt there, I'll tell you. Right before you pop it in.
Wait, my brother is...
I am a man of honor, so I can't tell you everything now.
Bitch. Everything sounds better if you put bitch on the end of it. Just ask Samuel Jackson. Family games and cap the usual suspects. That's right, brother. Wow. Wow. Un momento, por favor. Get something fired up over here real fast. That was a cutscene, good.
Send Swampy into the depths.
Shin Papi.
It would appear, Minister Tao, that you have many talented men serving you.
However, why does Lu Bu not use the elixir?
Huh? What? This sound...
It's a flood attack!
At last.
Paused. I typed quick. I'm a software developer, brother. What you talking about? Hey, I saw you liked my Dadago message. I was hoping those brothers on X got back to me because that game did legitimately sound interesting to me. It was like the first implementation of a crypto game that I've seen sound intriguing. That wasn't dog shit. I believe it was on the Solana blockchain. Or whatever they call it, smart chain, who fucking, you know, same thing.
We must defeat Lu Bu here and stop the chaos. Although we cannot avoid hurting some innocent citizens, I decided to go ahead with our plan to devastate the city by flooding it.
There's still dog poopy. That one was like a extraction shooter, which it still looked like dog shit, don't get me wrong. But it still seemed like it was a step in the right direction for it to be intriguing, you know what I mean? And the Solana network, in my experience, I haven't looked at crypto, I've just kind of let mine sit. I haven't touched it in a while. The network fees were like non-existent in comparison to the other, like obviously Ethereum being terrible. But that was like one of the most developer-heavy blockchains used for whatever reason. I guess it's because they had a documentation and stuff in order to make like contracts, smart contracts and whatever else, whereas the other places it was like you tried looking it up online and there was nothing. So because there was a point where I was about to me and another brother, we were gonna make NFTs, of which I'd like went through and it was this dumbest idea. I wish I still had the pictures, but I can't find them. So what we did is that we had a bunch of PNR generators and like cartoon penis, and they all had their funny little randomly generated and this is before AI, by the way. They had their own randomly generated characters or whatever you want to call it to them to make them funny. And we laughed probably for 3 months straight at the pictures. Like, we laughed so hard that we didn't actually get to implement the NFTs because we couldn't stop laughing every time we looked at them. It was very funny. I know we had a good name for it too, and I already forgot what it was. No value whatsoever. I was actually gonna make a. Instead of because at that time it was trending, you know, instead of calling it the metaverse, I was going to call it the meatverse, since there were a bunch of wieners, you know what I mean? So it was an absolutely genius idea, but I just couldn't stop laughing, so it never got implemented. Buddy. Feels like I'm too low of a level to be here. Yeah, I gave him a follow, but I don't know if it's actually good or not. It's just like first initial impression, it seemed interesting, and I was like, okay, yeah, sure, give me access, and I'll talk trash or whatever I said. See if it's any garbage or any good. Do about attack power. Still have one of the highest attack power sabers or whatever this is, yep. Got them all piled up in the same spot. That's crazy. Nice. Oh boy, I had an itch, son. I was about to get itched to death there. Gotcha, big boy.
Everything's completely destroyed. The water has slowed down now.
Water.
We'll still need to find a path that's not waterlogged.
The entire city has been flooded. There are no lengths that cartel will not go to.
Bye bye. Oh, he is hard, son.
You should know your limits. Get back.
Golly. But he hit hard. He hit like a daggum train. Nice. This place feels a little stressful for traversal.
This could be a challenge. Don't get careless. That wasn't such a challenge after all, was it?
Nope, dumbass, mind your business. Tell me it's gonna be a daggum challenge. Let's get them points leveled up. I probably need to go back to the village and level up my weapon, or choose this other weapons and level them up to see if they're better than the one I have equipped. I'll probably do that since I'm right here. Really? Who the fuck are you? Annoying. Let's see what we got here. Brother Aramuchiha, how you doing, brother? How are you? Doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Sorry, I don't speak wiggly line. I apologize.
I could use some more sleep. Maybe I'm over.
I can try to get Brother Harold to translate. How's the game with you? Do you find it fun? Of course I do. It's a great game. It was slow in the beginning, but it started to get mo better. I'd say around part 4 is whenever I started to enjoy it. That's when I started to like it. How about you? Have you played this game before? I thought there was a way to switch the, or am I thinking of another game? Where you could switch the element attack bonus on these, but I'm probably thinking of something else. Can't remember what I'm thinking of. Okay, we got that upgraded to its fullest capacity. Is this game with a DLC? Yes. Yeah, I got it while it was on sale on Steam. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do the DLC right away. I might come back and do it like before Wolong 2 comes out. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of get back into the groove of it. Because once I'm finished this game, I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna finish it in time. I'll probably just mix it up a little. In a couple of days, Dino Blade comes out along with a couple of other games, and then there's also another huge release coming out next week that I'm going to put my first attempt time into. At least I want to say it's next week. I have to take a look at my list because I'm trying to stay on top of it because there's so many games coming out. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable how many games that are just about to be flying out the dadgum windows. It's kind of crazy, really. I feel like the DLC will probably add another 20 hours or something. If I had to assume. Let's go talk to her, maybe. I can't remember.
Oh, you needn't worry about it.
I think it's this person in here. Nope, that's not it either. Very second for the second part. Even though you're not interested in the story, same thing. You will get along just fine here because I do not pay attention to the story 9 times out of 10 in video games unless it's like really, really good. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like I don't care about the storyline. I care about getting them the ass whippings or handing them out. You know.
Ah, yes. Whoa. Wow. I'm becoming more and more. Take this. Masters, I can't even.
What does that Lotus do? Dispels all status effects and accumulation when used. Also increase all elemental defense for a certain period of time. Okay. Don't know if I care. Ooh. Let's get back on track here. Dang, is this the one I was just in? It says level 73. What's my level? Mm-mm-mm. $66? Oh my goodness. I'm pretty behind. Sorry, brothers. Give me 1 second.
This is odd. What kind of statue is this?
Jesus.
Are you all right?
It's 4 a.m. before you're gonna get some shit-eyed, dude. I feel you, brother. I'm about to be right behind you. That's one of the things I was debating is just, actually, I probably will do the same thing, brother, because I am pretty dadgum tired, to be 100% honest with you. However, I'm switching it up a little bit since I switched up the intros. They're going to kind of be like that from now on. I'm going to end the streams with playing the swamp guitar, or gator bite, as you have declared its name to be from winning the Birthday Bayou Bash competition of the naming of the guitar. So let me put this boy out of commission here. Let's get set up, brothers. Oh. We'll play 1 or 2 songs and then we'll get out of here. If I upgrade my companions to level 10, you'll get powerful equipment. Oh, really? Bye. Bye, Mr. Amaruchia. Thank you for stopping in, brother. Hopefully we see you around. Make sure you subscribe so you can continue watching my playthroughs, including other games and Wo Long 2 whenever it comes out, you know? Alright, brothers. See, this is why I like this mic, is I can walk and keep talking instead of not talking, you know what I mean? But it's time to take her off and we'll switch back to the other microphone here. I think my guitar might be unmuted, so if it was, I am sorry, brothers. Let me fix it. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I didn't mean to do the static. All right, brothers, this is how we're closing out tonight's show. If you could please like, share, subscribe, whatever terms you brothers want to use, I would greatly appreciate it. The second coming album is slowly getting there. I've had some fallbacks, which is not surprising at this point, but that's completely okay. We're going to get her done first attempt. Planned release date is August 14th. I'll try to get a song ready to perform for you brothers prior to that, just as a little special thank you. Let's play a little Black Water. Sorry, I don't know why I just made that noise. Anyway. Here we go.
Bleed over the mire. Blood moon hum, stirring death's fire. Cracked clay.
Let's get loud one more time, brothers. Here we go.
Whispers chant where the shadows sleep.
Let me hear you, brothers, if you enjoyed tonight's stream, if you're still awake.
Mud holds tight what the dark has sown. This black water hymn don't rest alone.
Yes. Bussin'. It sounds like my guitar. It sounds different. I think you had too much gain coming in from the interface it plugs into, so I just turned it down. I forgot I was playing around with it before I ended stream yesterday. Hell yeah, brother. I appreciate you being here, Brother Sean. I thank all you new brothers who have come into the swamp. It's a pleasure to have you join the Swampy Brotherhood amongst our flaws and perfection. I mean, not flaws. We don't have flaws. All right, the overlay might explode, by the way, brothers. I'm probably going to restart this. All right. Let my little agent do it there. Sounds different today, my guy. Let's go into my here. Sounds too powerful almost. I guess I can live with that temporarily. All right, let's get one more song out of the system here, brothers. One more. Let's do one for Brother Sean that he hadn't heard yet, and it's in honor of the fact that I had a rat in my house. We'll play a little bit of Rat Bones, brothers, before we get out of here. We'll close with that heavy banger, as some would say. So let's get Jamie to pull that up. If I have it on here, I might not. Because I still have not gotten this all cleaned up here. That's fine. I can do it this way. Come on. There we go. Rat bones. Lock into your pants, brothers. Here we go. Rat bones. One last time, brothers. Here we go.
A whispering flight through keyholes and grates. He vanishes from sight. A skeletal frame, tricked in shadows so deep. He carries the secrets the city can't keep. Is he vengeance incarnate? A soul filled with spite, or a twisted reflection of the city's dark night. Eroded to the halls and the foundations of sin, leaving chaos and whispers to welcome him. devils are gone. You're battling your demons and leaving a weak. The secrets it carries, the slave that
Golly. Gotta fix this dadgum here, I tell you. I gotta get my EQs right, man. That's crazy. How's this one sound? The more I play it, the less I like it. Let me change it to another one of these models here. That don't sound so nasty. That kind of sounds like Doom. Okay, I'll play around with this later, brothers. I need to really go to bed, and you brothers probably do too, don't you know? All right, brothers, thank y'all for being here as always. We'll be back on Thursday around 8 p.m. Eastern time if I can swing it, like I sometimes say I do and then never do. I'm always here a little bit after, it seems. But anyway, brothers, enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll hopefully have the Swamp Season functionality up and working now. Actually, I restarted it, so maybe it's working, maybe it's not. We'll find out. But anyway, brothers, enjoy the rest of your evening, morning, afternoon. Yeah, so you have an awesome night too there, Brother Sean. You get some shut-eye, get up at 5 in the morning, go to work, and do it all over again, brothers. All right, y'all take it easy. Thanks for being here. Bye. Bye.